In our part of the industry, we have clients who are, rightly looking to us to see what we're doing, so that we can field diverse teams and do great work. And I think really we are at the stage where if improvements are not made here, I think there are businesses that simply won't be here in a few years' time.
I failed, and you see the end goal now, but I struggled, or it didn't work out for me, and I think that's really important for people to hear, because it's not a linear journey and you don't just wake up and get there.
You can't have a small group of people or a kind of one type of person making products that are representative for the whole population. And that to make great products and to make products that are successful, you need to have different viewpoints in them.
The most important tip that Jean and I can give you is to really care for yourself and be thoughtful and courageous and unapologetic about how you're landing for work, because that is truly what it means to bring your whole self to work.
In the first part of my career, so the first few years, where you're the junior person around the table, a topic's being discussed. And I remember for the first couple of years of my career sitting around this table, and I definitely had an opinion, but I was too frightened for all the reasons that you described to challenge what was being talked in the room. There was a particular meeting with one of my first bosses who just turned around to me and asked me my opinion, and then I sort of said my opinion. He didn't necessarily disagree. And then at that point, I sort of figured, listen, I'm not going to just sit back and say nothing at those moments. I'm going to force myself to actually say something.
We need to gradually and in a very deliberate way move towards that ambition of taking us and the rest of our partners in a journey to the level of diversity and inclusion and productivity and growth that we're looking for.
Diversity, in all of its forms: gender diversity, importantly, age diversity, cultural diversity, ethnic diversity, racial diversity. Our program has, of those almost 700 participants currently, we have people from 70 different countries who are working in a foreign market, and it is an opportunity that's available to people at all stages of their career.
Even around the workplace, as much as we want to, speak about diversity and inclusion and gender equality, it's still, unfortunately, it's still taboo, right? Like, for people to acknowledge that it still exists within the company, within the system, because it's something that we need to work on every day.